Okay. All right. You go ahead. You can go ahead now.
Okay, so I've been like in your guys' group for a while, but not really active, but just kind of watching, just trying to get as many tips as I can. So I guess um lately what I've been trying to do, I've been watching, I've been doing smart money for I guess maybe like a year and a half. I started off doing all the wrong things and then trying to get rid of all that stuff and trying to relearn.
Yeah.
So what I've been trying to do now is like, okay, so I try to apply the top-down analysis. So I try to start like a week or a daily. And what I've been doing lately is trying to find like a gap or a gap in yeah, a gap, and that's where liquidity is, and so that's supposed to tell me where price is trying to go to. So then I try and use that for the buyers, right? Then I try and drop down, and then I look for a stop hunt. Once it gets in my area or my point of interest, I try and look for a stop hunt or and then a break of structure, and then return to order block. Or I try and go to the 1 hour, 4 hour and look for a POI. And then I get lost and don't know what to do once it hits in my area. And I'm like, well, do I enter now? Do I wait for another break of structure? And I always end up, it seems that I always end up um, entering too early. It eventually gets, eventually turns and goes in the direction I want it to, but it's always like I want to be a day trader and I want to just be in and out, but I always end up having to be a swing trader because I'm in too early and I'm waiting for it to hit my direction. And so it's just, I think my timing is off. I'm not really sure when it's time to jump in. I see the things I recognize what I'm supposed to be looking for, but I think I don't know. It's just always the timing is just off. And
Okay.
another thing that I know that I deal with is back testing. I don't really quite know if I back test properly, especially with the top down analysis, because like sometimes it's hard to go from a 1 week and then try and go down because the the information may not be there for like the 5 minute or whatever, but I just don't
Oh
really know
yeah.
how, yeah, I don't know how to properly back test. And I think that's what's missing because I know in order to make it not perfected necessarily, but to be consistent, I need to, back test and practice, but I
Yep.
don't know if I'm doing it right. And if I'm back testing wrong, then it's pointless, right? So I think I just need help with the timing of what I'm doing, making sure I'm entering it at the right time, seeing everything that I need to see, and how to properly back test. So I think those are my weaknesses.
Yeah, back testing is super important. So I don't know if let me see. Where's that link at? I think I have a back testing video. Yeah, this one
Hmm.
here. I would watch that one.
Okay.
And you have access to this, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I got it yesterday. I think you let me in yesterday. Yeah, there I am.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I would watch that
Okay.
and we could back test a little bit. Um,
Okay.
let's do on this. Let's just back test like this past year, I guess.
Okay.
So what we could see on Euro, I guess if we're looking past here, right? We see that
Hmm.
there's a huge push to the downside here, right?
Right.
And we get a retracement back up in that area. But here's the thing about where price is right now. You see from this area here,
Hmm.
it came back down into this demand zone, right?
Right.
And it didn't break structure,
Right. Right.
right? And that goes for this area right here as well. Back up into this area, we didn't get a new high either. So as far as right now, we're stuck between a demand zone and a supply area,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, but we can see clearly this has been rejecting from that area. So if we were watching this area, say last year or so, here's March, April, May, June, July 2020,
Mm-hmm.
January, actually, at the end of December, right here, we finally push up into that. And it's kind of a coincidence that at the end of the year, it finally reaches that supply area. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And actually, if you look at the last year too, there's January, February. So at the beginning of the year last year, even this came down into this demand area. So it's no coincidence of why the market was setting up like that. But if we can look in this area and this area. Let's go to the
Okay.
weekly. So you don't really see anything like on the weeklies right now. You're not going to see anything. But actually, hold on. Actually, I did take a buy setup here, actually. So one setup that I did have was right here. So you see the price is, yes, it is at this supply area, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look at what happens or what's happening in the market currently, right? We broke this structure here,
Right.
right? 2 months pushed up to that supply area, but we broke structure here, leaving a order block that didn't get touched. So you could be overall thinking sells because we're in a supply area, but that doesn't mean that you can't catch a buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
on the monthly time frame, especially this is kind of massive. This went 500 pips, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
So we look at it on the weekly, and let me straighten this. And obviously, once again, you can't really tell, like you can't see a entry, but maybe if we go down here on a lower time frame, there might be a entry. Okay, now let me pull something up here before I ask you this question.
Okay.
If it will ever load. All right, so this might take a little bit to find this setup. And yeah, I save all my before and afters.
Well, I was just about to ask you that. So is that like a form of journaling? Do you think that's important as well?
Oh yeah, I'm more visual than, I can't do the whole like you know, um writing it down like euro, I took a trade here, one
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
one lot. Like I can't do all that because that doesn't really teach me anything. But if I
Okay.
save if I save my setups on what I did right and what I did wrong, I can visually look at the chart and yeah, learn from that. So
Okay.
here's this. Let's go back here. So off of that monthly order block right here, this one, right? What do you see in this area? From where price hit this monthly order block, what do you see? Let me see if you can annotate if you want to.
Okay. In this area, you say.
Mhm.
Tell me what area is again in here. Okay. So what do I see?
Remember, price is rejecting off of that monthly order block here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
what do we,
right. So I see a stop hunt, and then I see a break of structure here. How do I annotate?
there should be a pen on your thing that says annotate.
A pen. I don't know. I don't see a pen.
It
Anyway,
says, it says you're allowed to.
really? Okay, maybe I see chat, share screen, record, reactions. Um,
Mine is it says mute, start video, security, participants, chat, new share, pause share, and then annotate.
yeah, see, I don't have all of that. I want to. Is it because you have a paid subscription and I don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I don't have that. I don't have all those options.
Maybe click more. Do you have a more?
Mm-mm, I do not.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
clicking everything I see. Start video is not there. Mute is not there. Same as system leave. No, I don't see anything else to click besides
Huh, that's
view.
weird.
You do. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, anywho, I see. Let me just try and tell you what I see. Okay, so I see a stop hunt here. And then so at, yep, right there. And then I see a break of structure. And then I see that it comes back down to, I guess, the mid of the order block, right? The pink candle comes back down to like the middle of that. Wait a minute, I'm reading the same. Oh, I was a little bit below that.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, okay, okay. So,
I'm just seeing what you see. I'm just trying to see what you see.
when I say okay, and so it kind of takes off from there. So you have your three candles that kind of go up,
Yep.
and then, but however, let's see. So I could come back down to return the order block, and then what just happened? You just okay, and then it comes back down there. Hmm.
So,
Goes there, but it retests. But I wouldn't expect it to do that. I don't. When you drew your line at, I see
yep.
that becomes a. Let me see. It goes up and yeah.
So on this, from where this pink or this blue candle right here is,
Mm-hmm.
this is the last bit of selling, this sell-off before this break of structure here.
Okay.
So this could have been a good area to watch. But if you notice, when price gets down
Mm-hmm.
into that monthly order block, right, there might be a smaller time frame break of structure here,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But look at what we see, a shift in market structure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This this right here fails to make a new low. And you know, it's very important that you catch this inside of whatever your higher time frame point of interest might be, right? So failed low got failed to create a new low here,
Mm-hmm.
and price immediately breaks structure here. So just after that, that's one of the setups that we look for: shift in market structure,
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
break of structure, and then return to order block. So after seeing this here is when I was starting to think like, oh, okay, this is gonna fly from here. So
Mm-hmm.
so if we look at this setup on the 1 hour, right, you can see this was that 4 hour area, and you can see maybe shift in
Yeah, I
market
see.
structure here, and there's that clear first initial break of structure on a lower time frame,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't catch this one, but you don't have to, right? You don't have to force the market here, right? You can wait. You could have waited here too, like just in case, you know?
Yeah.
But I already knew like that this could possibly give a really good rejection from that area. So here's before and here's after.
Ooh, it's nice. It's hardly any pullback.
Yep. And yeah, and just right here, you see structure get broke again, right?
Mm-hmm. So you
And
could enter.
it doesn't come back. You see structure get broke here again. It doesn't come back. And then look here. You see it get broke again. And you had a lot of opportunities to enter actually. You see it broke here, doesn't come back. And you see it broke here, and maybe you could have got an entry there,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes, I know that a lot of people like maybe get caught up on like order blocks and stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
if you just start to look at everything like structure, like for instance, like this setup right here, there's an order block right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can't for some reason.
Yeah. I can see it. I see it.
Why can I zoom in on this one, but I can't zoom in on the other? That's weird. Yeah, so yeah, I think there's even a little one right here. But you know, like I said here, that last bit of selling before the break of structure, you know, is the very high volatile areas, right? So look, last bit of selling, break of structure, right? Maybe an entry here. And that goes for sells too, right? You see these bullish candles here,
Mm-hmm.
selling. Well, here's the last bit of buying before this structure got broke. And where does price go right back to, right?
Mm-hmm. Right back to it. Yeah.
So let me go back to the chart here.
So yeah. So how did you know, okay, that it was a SMS versus a stop hunt? Like, because I was down too low looking, thinking that that was a stop hunt, like
Um,
entry.
I knew because this right here failed
Uh-huh.
to create a new low.
Got it. Okay.
See how we got a rejection back from here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And this came down, but it failed to create a new low here. And what happened was we created a new high. So I'm already in a higher time frame demand zone, right? From the
Mm-hmm.
monthly demand zone. And we failed to make a new low. That's a significant sign that we could see some bullishness from this area.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and actually, if we go to Euro USD now, where me and Wyatt were talking about this area here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where maybe if we get a shift in market structure here, this could actually go up pretty high. But if you look, as we start going into lower time frames, you know, we haven't gotten anything that has failed to create a new low yet, right? We had a low here, a high, a new low, a lower high, a lower low, and now we're working at lower highs right here. So this is
Right.
still to the downside until we get that shift in market structure
Okay. Okay.
to go back up. That's why me and Wyatt have a really um other than this area here, right? Which if you look, if you look, a low, lower high, lower low, well, where's the previous broken structure? right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that previous low. If you look, there's no order block or nothing. Well, let me look down the 4 hour. No, yeah, see, there's no order block, no nothing, right? So, or no significant order block. I want you to realize every every bearish candle in a bullish trend is an order block, and every bullish candle in a bearish trend is an order block. But I don't want you to think that you need to enter on every single one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah. All of them are not valid, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, matter of fact, I had this daily set up here. Now you see how this bullish or bearish order block right here
Yeah,
is the last bit of buying before structure had rolled to the downside, right? Before we got that break of structure to the downside. You see?
yeah,
Now, when price gets up here, see how there's this kind of impulse here?
yep.
And technically you could say this is an order block, right?
Mm-hmm. But it blasted right through it.
Yep. Because look,
Hmm.
see? So,
Yeah,
but then if we look on the flip side here, if we look on the flip side here, you see this impulse to the upside
hmm,
to break this structure here. Look, see that?
yeah,
So it's very important that you're not just taking every order block and you're making sure, you know, that you're trading in line with some type of direction.
right,
Um,
right.
if there's an order block and it doesn't break structure, I will not take that. 100% of the time, I will not take that.
If it does not align with what with structure you say, is that what you said?
If it doesn't break structure, if I
If it
don't
does,
get a
oh
if I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get a yeah, if I don't get a break of structure after
Oh,
the order block, then yeah,
hmm.
I won't take the setup.
Okay, yeah, yeah, me either.
Yeah, that's very important.
Okay, so let me ask. Okay, so for your points of interest, do you, I think I think I'm looking for too many things. Like you watch all these videos and then you just have all this stuff in your head. So you're around here looking for rally-based rallies, um, FVGs, all of that for points of interest. What do you focus on for your points of interest? Do you use, rally-based rallies or whatever? Or do you
Um,
just
not
be,
really, not really anymore.
okay.
Um, I used to, but I kind of realized, like, me personally, I didn't have consistency with them.
Yeah, right. They
So
don't all work.
yeah,
So yeah, it's just so much. So I'm just like, well, what do you focus on? I guess I need something. I just need to
and
trim it down and focus on small things. You know what I mean? Not just like everything.
yeah, exactly. And that used to be my thing too, but
Mhm.
I've turned into the trader now that like you don't need to know everything.
Okay, yeah, and I really don't want to know everything. I just want to be consistent. So I
Exactly,
don't know
exactly,
exactly what I need to know. So I just end up trying to learn everything, but it causes confusion, right? So
exactly. And I don't remember where I heard this. I think maybe I thought of it in my head one day, but I was
Mhm.
thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, bro, what's the point in knowing everything if you're not gonna be consistent with it?
Right, it's not working.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you're really good at three pointers, why are you going to try and drive it in the lane every time against a 7 foot guy if you know you
Yeah,
can hit the free if you know you can hit the 3 pointer 9 out of 10 times?
right, right. Just do what works.
Yes, exactly. Do what works for you and
You.
what you're
Mhm.
consistent at. So that's what
Right.
I had to just stop and look at everything I was doing wrong. And really all it was I just was never waiting for a break of structure in
Okay.
these areas.
Okay.
I would always see like this. Let's say like this. Sorry for my drawing. Okay, so rally base rally, right?
Mhm.
I wouldn't wait for like maybe some certain structure over here to get broken first. It would like be on it and price would come back here and I would enter.
Oh,
But
I see.
what I was missing was there was probably a break of structure over here that this had rejected off of, and that's why this just
Oh,
would shit
yeah.
on me, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so those types of setups, I just had to throw them out the window. But as far as my points of interest,
Mhm.
I still look at everything the same, you know, like structure, order blocks, fair
Mhm.
value gap,
Okay.
uh, a fib, a fib level. Like for instance, on this Bitcoin setup here, if we look at this area, right, here is the last bit of buying here,
Mhm.
and then structure broke to the downside, right?
Right.
So here's our lower low, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low.
Yeah.
And we broke that. We actually broke through that. So this
Mhm.
would be my point of interest around here where I would be looking. Well, if you put a Fibonacci from the high here to the low, see, right? It's right in between that 62 and 72.
Right.
It lines up
Do you,
with that
but
perfectly.
so which one do you normally enter on the in between the two, or you prefer the 71.5 or
I would enter right when it hits the structure.
right? Oh, okay, got it, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a guide. It's not really
Mhm.
see like see how I just did that? Like I could put the fib, put the
Mhm.
box, delete the fib, have the box, and it's still in that zone, right? It's still in
Right.
that same area.
Okay. So you don't really focus on the numbers. You just stick
No.
to the structure. Make sure that it matches up. It's
Yeah,
just confluent.
exactly.
You just using it as confluent. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Same with this setup here, right? Look, fib from the high to the very low.
Mhm.
See how it lines up right around that 62?
Okay.
So that would be where I would be taking that. But look, right here, right? Let's go to the 1 hour now. So say we didn't enter off of this. We didn't enter this structure. I think I asked somebody or asked you guys to send this setup in yesterday and try and find it. A couple people did. But you can see here, look, price is still breaking to the upside in this area, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So even though we do kind of have a strong impulse that could maybe simulate a stop hunt, well, it broke structure, and more importantly, you know, that's direction right there.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
if we look at, let me find it. If we look at this and this, right? This is in that area here. This is that area here, except on the 15-minute. Oops. See it?
Yeah. Okay. Go back. Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
huge impulse to the upside.
Mhm.
Obvious area, you know, this is the last, you know, this is where the selling started, right?
Yeah.
And we have a huge break of structure. And
Okay.
we go, and you could enter in any one of these areas, right? Back up to the high. But then look, we realize we realize on the higher time frame, we're actually retesting back up in a supply area. Okay. So what do we see next after this little area? What do we see?
Another break to the downside.
Exactly, girl. That's what I'm talking about. So
We got
yeah,
liquidity. Yeah.
huge break of structure, huge rejection, huge. It's like do you watch any ICT at all?
I do, yeah.
It's like how his description is of like an elephant jumping in a kiddie pool, right?
Yeah.
Here's all
Yeah.
the little kids playing, and then
Mm-hmm.
boom, the elephant
Yeah.
steps in and all the water flies out the pool, right? Well,
Yeah.
look at where it comes back to. That last buying before the break of structure,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
this would have been such a clean entry from that higher time frame setup.
But you want me, let me tell you what I would have been doing, okay? I would have seen this going up, going back up, and I would have said, you see that it's liquidity down there. So I would have said it's gonna go up a little bit, but it's gonna come back down. It's not gonna go all the way back up there to that order block. I think that's where I get messed up. I think that I know what it's gonna do, like right there where you are, just a little bit above that. You see that liquidity right there?
Right.
No, a little bit below where you like down here at the bottom, right before it went back up. You know how you said it came down, the elephant came
Okay.
down in the elephant zone, right here, right here. Okay, so when I saw it going up, going up all, yeah, there, I would have thought it wouldn't go all the way back up there because you have liquidity here. So I would have thought it probably would just went up a little bit and then came right back down to take that liquidity. I wouldn't have
Mm,
expected it to go all the way back up there to that count to that order block at the top.
okay, okay.
So if I was in
So
a, you see what I'm saying? Just the way
yeah,
I'm
I
looking
see.
at it, I get confused sometimes as to which liquidity it wants to take or when it wants to take it, or it's like I know what I'm looking at, but sometimes the order of things just throws me off a bit, like what order it's gonna go in first, which I guess
Okay.
nobody knows, but
Let me go to the 4 hour then. And
okay,
then let's see what you see here.
okay. And maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not switching between time frames enough. That could be it. Let's see
When
something
in
else.
hey, when in doubt, zoom out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When you have
Okay.
doubt, zoom out. If you're on the 15.5 and you're like, oh my God, break a structure. Oh my God, break a structure, missed here,
Yeah.
break a structure, I missed here, break a structure, I missed here. It's like, oh my goodness, there's so much. Just zoom
Mm-hmm.
out and try and take it slow, like I think maybe that's actually a good idea for you is to stay
Okay.
on the higher time frames for a little while
Okay. The
and
1 hour, 4 hours.
yeah, and watch price move at a slower pace
Okay.
before you start using like the 15 and stuff like that.
Okay. I could do that.
But yeah, 4 hours. So what do you see, right?
What do I
Now you
see?
don't see you don't see the break of structure as clear, but I know you see a order block,
Yeah, I do.
little little stop hunt, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Little stop hunt here, and then look, there was this structure that got broken. But look,
What about, yeah. Okay.
so then we go back to the 1 hour and you realize like, oh shit, it's like right here. So you could just and also if you decided to, right, from the high to the
Mm-hmm.
low, which also we see a shift in market structure here, right?
Yep. Do. Mm-hmm.
So from the high to the very low before the impulse started coming back, which would be like about right here or so, or here, preferably this one. But you see, right, if I delete these two lines, you see that this area is right between that 82 and 72.
Yep, it is.
So you can delete your fib and you already know, like, okay, when price gets up into this whole zone here, I'm gonna just sell. I'm gonna just sell it, stop loss right above the high here, and I'm gonna just sell it.
Okay. So,
And then,
so you're not all about the let's go down lower so we can get a better R. Let's.
I am,
Uh,
but sometimes I think it'll come with experience. Like,
okay.
you'll just be confident in the setup. Like you'll just know. You'll have those setups. I swear to God to you, you'll have those setups where you're just like, oh, I know this one's gonna be a good setup. Like
Okay.
this one here. The one that Wyatt sent on GBP JPY.
Mhm.
I didn't even analyze this. I literally pretty much just copied off of his setup because I know that me and him trade very similar. And I looked on his chart and I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a good setup, right? So what do we
Yeah.
see? First off, right, we see this order block and a huge push to the downside. And also there's a
Okay.
fair value gap right in here as well.
Mm-hmm.
See this big old fair value gap,
Yeah, yeah, I do.
right? And it lines up right with broken structure. So we don't know, right? We don't know if it's going to hit 50%. We don't know if it's going to
I'll go
fill
all
it and
in.
then return. We don't
Right,
know if it's going to come here to this order
correct.
block. We don't know if it's going to reject here. We don't know, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we wait. And what do we see? Well, we finally see the structure get retested and a huge impulse to the downside from that area. So you see there's the rejection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's our initial break of structure. Well, where is the last bit of buying, right? It's not here, it's not here, it's not here. It's the highest supply zone.
Yeah.
And another thing to keep in mind too, um, the banks always want to buy lower than you, and they always want to sell higher than you. So another example of that, I guess, would be right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine retail trying to sell here, but the banks have higher prices that they need to objectively reach for the day or so, for the day or for the week or whatever the orders are already broadcasted at, which would have been around 154.2. Yeah, point 0.2 flat, you see,
Yeah.
big figure level. And yeah, you see a clean rejection off of that area. So uh, if you think in terms like that, sometimes that could help a little bit too.
Okay.
Another thing that can help too is if you're looking on a chart and you don't see liquidity, or if you don't how do I put it? How do I put it into words?
The
Um,
inducement, like
yeah, like
inducement. Some
if
people
you
call
don't
it
see
inducement. Yeah.
that elephant step in the pool,
Mm-hmm.
you're trading with retail.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. There are no big candles right there in the middle, so you know they are not involved yet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. Like they're definitely involved right here.
Correct.
But where did they start selling at? Probably right here where they grabbed liquidity and then
Mm-hmm.
broke structure, right?
Yeah.
So they probably started placing higher pricing sell orders right when price was here. So price got drove into higher prices and then ultimately sold off. right? And it's no coincidence that, it just happened to breach a high here before falling off super hard. Also, shift in market structure there.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
maybe in this area here, let's go down to
What
the
about
15. Let's go look at this area on the 15-minute, and I bet you there's a good area. Look, this is so crazy, this is so repetitive. All right, girl, look, shift in market structure, right?
Yeah,
Where's the last bit of buying at?
right there.
Right there? Well, where do you think this goes?
Mm, perfect.
It's so clean. It's so repetitive.
Yeah. Mm, man.
And yeah, I caught this, and yeah, this might come back up, and I'm already out, but um yeah, it might come back up. It might reject. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, can we look at AU?
AU, yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if let's show you something that's bugging me on AU. So let's see on a one hour or 30 minutes,
Okay.
or we can just look at it. I just want to see like okay, on the one hour or 30 minute, it seems that I saw a stop hunt and then okay.
Oh, we're actually getting close to that area.
Oh, what did you do? Maybe I should have been watching what you were doing while I'm
Oh,
talking.
um,
What did you do?
no,
Let's see, how did you
I just marked
just
up
went
this
in?
this monthly order block here.
Okay, that hadn't been tested. I mean, it hadn't been mitigated, right? So that's what you went to find.
It got hit 4 months ago, or 3.5 months ago.
Okay.
But
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
there's also this area here. Let's go to the
Yeah.
daily. And oh, that's unfortunate. This would have been a really good entry if it would have hit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can already kind of see something right here though. All right, let me go to the 4 hour. Yeah, this is clean. So look, breakup structure here, no
Mm-hmm.
retest. Breakup structure here, 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 retest. Right? And now
Right.
I think I see what you were looking at actually. Maybe this,
Yes.
possibly, or were you looking for buys?
Wait a minute. I was looking for buys. However, I'm confused a little bit about it because these equal lows kind of look like liquidity to me.
Where
So
at?
right here at the bottom, like where it is currently. Yeah, right there. Is that liquidity? Is that gonna just continue down? I was thinking it was gonna go up, but now I'm confused because
I think I think maybe if it does go up, it will be a
it's gonna
bullish
go.
retracement
Yeah,
to go here,
exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was heading there.
and that's possible.
Okay. But it
But
could,
but yeah, the structure was actually been clean on this. Like,
but it's nothing clear, is it, right now?
no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let me delete some of this. So where price is right now, right? We have a retest here,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the last bit of buying, and we kind of are getting a break of structure right now. So this might be a good area to watch. Go to 80,
Okay.
7258. So that could be an area to watch actually. And then if this, let's say this weekly area here, if
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't hold up, which if we look on the line chart, right,
Mm-hmm.
we see we're stuck in between two higher time frame areas,
Yeah, it's ranging, right?
right? And selling here would probably be a higher risk just because we're in some sort of demand area right now.
Yeah. Right, right.
But honestly, this it doesn't look like a bad setup, but I think I would probably wait on it.
Okay.
Yeah, look. So last selling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this huge impulse up, and prices kind of rejecting off of this right now. So yeah, I would wait.
Okay. And see, okay, so me, let me tell you what I'm in it. So I'm always too early. That's what I'm saying. I saw I reject off of that. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna buy up. Yes, it's at the.
It could though. It
I
could.
mean, it could, but it's a freaking swing. Like I've been waiting for days. It's I mean, that's my point. I just wanna like get in and out. I don't want to be waiting for days. I'm not really trying to do that right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
and also it's Thanksgiving week too, so
yeah, but
it's probably not a really good week to be trading USD pairs.
I'm
I
not
think the
telling
market is probably going to be choppy like this.
you. Mm-hmm.
See, choppy on Tuesday,
Yeah.
choppy on Tuesday. Peso, this thing's just been flying. I sent this setup in the I think you weren't in the group yet. I'm not sure, but I sent this buy setup
Mm-hmm.
uh in the group a while back, and this thing has just been flying ever since.
So tell me, how does it? Okay, so I don't really know anything. Okay, I just paid and I just paid in X, Y, and like, what do I do? Like, how do I set up a one-on-one now? He was like, you can set it up whenever you want. And I'm like, well, okay, well, let me go ahead and do that. So I really don't know how the group goes. Okay, so you guys, besides the one-on-ones, I know he said you do your one-on-one and then you practice on something and then come back or whatever. So as far as the group, are we supposed to, do you guys expect us to post things that we're looking at that we're interested in or we need feedback on? I mean, how is it?
Yeah, yeah,
How is it ran?
send
Like, what do you?
you can send in any charts you want, and ask what do you guys think about it. And
Mm-hmm.
if me and Wyatt don't answer you like super quick, there's probably gonna be someone else, that's active.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, it's funny, me and Wyatt were just talking about that the other day. We were both like, I guess I can't say like we hate getting DMs, like direct messages,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like the students in the chat, right? All of you guys are trying to learn, right?
Right.
You guys all
Yeah.
pay. You guys all pay. So when we have someone that's a student in the chat that is trying to direct message us and ask us questions, it's kind of frustrating because now we have to focus literally on solely that one individual.
Yeah. Until
Um,
that tells each person the same
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
possibly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. When they could have just simply asked it in the chat, and maybe it would have answered a question for someone else too,
Yeah.
that is maybe kind of scared to ask questions or something like that,
Hmm. Yeah.
So it,
Okay. I
yeah,
think that's the thing though. People are kind of, well, I know me myself, it, I struggle with like posting things in groups and stuff like that.
yeah.
But
I mean,
that's
it's a small group, and that's what me and Wyatt want to keep it as. And
yeah.
I know that the trading community can be brutal and make
Hmm.
fun of you, and
Right.
yeah, like if you don't know how to trade, you're like less significant, and all this other crap is really bad.
Yeah, it
And
is.
I just, yeah, me and Wyatt try and, you know, it's not embarrassing. You're not gonna, we're not gonna make fun of you or anything like that. You can ask, if you think that it's a dumb question, ask it, because it's not.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. What do I want to ask now? So okay, I want to just kind of get an idea of what I'll need to be doing in the meantime, like before, because I think you guys say, what do you do, like once a week, right? So I do something for a week and then come back possibly if I have questions, or just to kind of make sure I'm doing things right, I suppose, doing what we talked about.
Yeah,
So,
I would first I'll watch that back testing,
right,
and
okay.
then
Videos.
maybe try and mimic some of the things that I do in here.
Okay, all right.
Um, and what else? Um,
Is there like another video that I can watch, maybe just to get a better feel for? But I guess that would kind of teach me what you're looking for, just watching you look for it over and over. So I was wondering if
um,
there's like another PDF or something that I can kind of focus on to get an idea of how you guys trade specifically, so I can kind of just focus on that versus, everybody else's terminology. Like, you understand what I'm saying? How I can develop that simple focus that you have developed. That's what I want to do. So is there like some videos of yours that I can watch to help with that?
um, here's another back testing video. I have actually quite a bit of back testing videos, back testing.
Okay.
Um,
And that is on YouTube. Okay.
yeah, this is my channel.
Okay. Yeah, I've watched a couple of your videos. I think maybe like the last two.
I think, yeah, this one, this one.
Hold on.
Uh,
Hold on, you're just going a little bit fast. Spec testing. Um, which one? 2 years ago. Okay.
pretty much the ones that say back testing.
Okay. All of them. Okay, cool.
And have you seen this video? The market structure made simple in 10 minutes.
Sounds familiar, unless you got another 10 minutes something. But a lot of people say 10. I'll watch it. I'll watch it just to make sure.
Yeah, that's a really good video. I've gotten a lot of feedback on that one actually.
Okay. All back testing.
Holy I have 12K views on this video.
You didn't even know it.
No.
Which one is that one? Let's see. Liquid. Wow, I spot liquidity. Okay. And it's the
Okay.
longest one. Like it's a super long video. Is
I'm
it?
moving
Oh,
up.
no, no,
I'm
no, no.
moving
That's
up in the
that
world.
one. Okay.
I
All
said
right.
I'm moving up in the world.
Maybe I should watch that one.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool actually. All right. But yeah, so I mean we
That's
gotta, advance market structure, series, Wyatt
Just put that
just
in there. So the advanced, what so is it super advanced or I wasn't sure. I was like, they say advanced. Should I be watching those? Why? What's advanced about it?
yeah, I would watch
Is
it
it over my
still.
head? Oh, okay.
I would watch it still just so, I mean, you're gonna eventually watch it sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would watch it and
Okay.
you know, if you don't understand things, see this is the thing too, is like people say that they have watched this series all the way through in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But like I haven't got a single question about any of it. So it makes me wonder like, is this series that good that everybody just understands it, or like
Mm-hmm.
they just don't want to ask questions, or you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I would love some feedback on these videos. I put
Okay.
a I put a lot of time in them, so to not get any questions, or like if people are confused or not, I'm just like, well, shoot, I don't know how to help you. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I get that. Yeah. Okay, well, I can watch. I'll do that. I'll add that to the list of things.
But yeah, so
All right.
well, I don't know if you have any other questions, but that was an hour. So
Yeah.
I think
Nope. Nope. I got my to-do list. What I took away from it was you said to start kind of just stick with the 1 hour and 4 hour just to help me, I guess, recognize things a little bit on a slower level.
oh,
Um,
oh,
what?
that's another thing too. When you go back testing,
Hmm.
I want you to do this a couple times and
Okay.
don't focus on any types of points of interest. Don't focus on an
I'll
order
do that.
block or nothing. I want you to focus literally on just looking for where structure is getting broken, okay?
Okay.
So you see structure broken,
Hmm.
broken, broken, and I want you to like study how price goes back to those zones, all right? So no order blocks, no fair value gaps, no fibs, none of that, all right?
Okay.
Just for a couple, like a week or however long you back test. I don't really know. Um,
Yeah, I don't really have any things. I haven't been doing that good at it. So,
yeah,
so you tell me, if you do it for a week, I'll do it for a week. You want me to do it for a week?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do it for like a week. So like you see like right here, boom,
Mm-hmm.
structure gets broken here, boom, structure gets broken down here, boom, structure gets broken here, boom, right? We see structure break here, boom, structure breaks, it doesn't retest, structure breaks here, boom, right? So you see how I'm not looking for any order blocks, right?
Right.
I'm just flowing with how structure is. So go through your chart and just kind of try and mimic that.
Okay, I can do that. So much structure. Okay, cool. I got a to-do list. I like to do this. I like to know what to do.
Yeah, I made Richard. I don't know if you know him. He used to be in the group too. I made
Mm-mm.
him do that for like 2 weeks, and now he understands price like very well.
Okay. Okay,
And
that seems like be helpful.
yeah, because order blocks are easy, girl. Like you know what I mean? Like it's the
Hmm.
last up candle before a down move. It's the last
Right.
down candle before a up, right? Those are easy.
Hmm.
But direction, I think I think the two biggest questions that I get asked are I wrote them down, but one of them was oh, where is it? Let me try and find it. Hold on. Okay. One of them was, oh, where is it? Let me try and find it. Hold on. Oh, where is it? 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 Oh, w Let me try and find it. Hold on.
Okay. I know bias got to be one of them. Directional bias.
Okay, I can't find it. Well, anyway, two of the biggest questions that I get asked are how to understand direction
Mm-hmm.
and where to enter, right?
Yep. I knew it.
And
Yeah.
that's literally, you can't have one without the other, right? If you don't know the direction, how do you know if you're going to buy or sell?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. So you need to understand the direction of the market first before you sell or before you know anything about entries, right?
Right.
Structure is more important
Okay.
because there's people that are profitable, like how you were explaining when we first started was, maybe you're entering like too early or sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but really, that could be your style. I don't know. You can change it eventually when you get more experienced, but
Yeah.
see, like on the 4 hour, if I see this little break of structure here and I enter here, and you see how price lingers around all through this,
Mm-hmm. But
well,
eventually goes up. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people would get scared here and just close, and then the market would finally take off without them.
Yeah.
So, um, you can have bad entries and still be profitable.
Yeah, that's true. But it gets a bit I don't think my account is big enough. My current account is not big enough for all this pullback. So
Well, just use 0.01s
I know.
and use 20 pips. You'll literally lose $2.
I think I know you're saying that could be my style, but I just think it's not. I think eventually I could probably do that, but I think that I need to feel like I'm doing something also on a daily basis, you know what I mean? So I think that if I did do that right, I would like to do both. You know what I mean? Like I have those runners, but I also have ones that at least maybe three throughout the week, at least 3 days a week or something like that. I have to I want to stay busy and active, not just like I don't
Okay.
want to hold it for weeks, you know?
Okay. So then trade on like Wednesdays and Thursdays. Because let me say something about trading.
Mm-hmm.
Trading isn't an everyday thing like a job, right? And I used to
Yeah.
have that mindset too, like, oh, I gotta go to work today, but I want to make a trade before I go to work and I want to make some money before I want to feel cool.
Right. Right. Productive. You want to feel, I want to feel productive, like, yeah, I'm doing it,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Trading is more being patient than being productive, right? And
Mhm.
being patient literally requires one skill. Do you know what that skill is?
But,
Doing absolutely nothing.
oh man. Yeah.
Yep. So the more patient you are in this market, the more probable your setups will probably be. Instead of trying to force a trade every day,
Yeah.
trying to like match what you make in a month at your job in a day in a trade and I used to do it. I used to do all that. Okay. So
Hmm.
I'm speaking from my experience that other people are probably doing too.
Yeah.
Like I would be like, oh shoot, I made $1,800 or 2K or whatever from this job this month. I need to make that before Friday.
Yeah.
And
And the
it would,
pressure. Oh my God.
yeah, and it's just, yeah, the more
Yeah.
I just stopped caring, like I'm gonna be straight honest with you, the more I stopped caring about trading
Hmm.
was when my consistency really like started to take off.
Okay.
And I don't think it was like not caring so much about trading. I think it was not caring about my money.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard
And
that before too.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll focus on that.
all right, girl.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. This was very helpful.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, feel free to ask me questions. You can have one-on-ones with me whenever you want.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think this will keep me busy for at least a week. Then maybe I'll try and set something up for the next week.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Cool. All
All
right.
right.
Well,
You enjoy the rest of your birthday.
thank you. Thank you. And you have a good Thanksgiving too.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you too. Forgot about that. All
All
right.
right.
Talk to you later.
I'll
Bye-bye.
talk to you later.
Bye.